Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday encounter and ordinary life of an SB. As you're fully aware that some of these videos that has brought to my attention is basically how I want to address to you all about what has been on my heart and mind to share with you all, basically. And in this one I'm bringing out right now is another series which is all about the introverts and extroverts, how my uptake of my understanding is of it all, sort of thing. And what it's going to cover is definitions between the both, pretty much, as well as like the similarities and differences, if there's any, like what to expect when dating an introvert versus the extrovert. Why are the introverts and extroverts sometimes be misunderstood in this day and age? Pretty much my uptake of this, the strengths of introverts, pretty much, as well as maybe the extroverts if I've got time, as well as when it comes down to the tips of dating both of them, there's going to be the pros and cons between them both to differentiate or similar about them, sort of thing, as well as just what to remember when you are actually dating either of these characteristics. So here goes. As we know, basically, that my definition of an introvert and an extrovert may vary from person to person, even though some dictionaries may define it differently yet again about our differences of knowledge of know-how of the introvert and extrovert. But in my understanding, an introvert is defined as a person who generally prefers solitary activities on their own or solitary activities to socialise with large groups of people. Intro, however, as we know, is a Latin word that has derived from or it's defined as inward. Vertere, however, the Latin word is turning. So therefore, sometimes with us introverts, we can be more energized alone than being basically with people around us, even though we don't mean to, even though, like I said in one of my videos about with us SBs, when it comes down to us socializing, sometimes we have a social energy tank that we can only contend with till it feels like we're going to burn out and need to recharge, refuel, and that's how an introvert would work too. Maybe imagine that as a social energy tank spectrum of what I said in my video. If you've been following it all through leading up to this video, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, I recommend for you lot to actually go back to the socialization series I've created up about the socializing energy tank and whatnot, as well as the shape-shifting. Pretty much it hopefully will somewhere in there differentiate what I'm saying here too, to hopefully give you a clearer, better understanding. Okay, however, whereas with this extrovert terminology or definition, on the other hand, is quite the opposite to the introvert. Extroverts can be the ones that are usually friendly, outgoing, outspoken, the wild party or wild card of the party. You know, they'll tend to make jokes, they'll make friends easy, they'll socialise easy, you know, and they love being centre of attention, obviously. They love to socialise with people, talk. However, the similarities and differences between an introvert or extrovert are actually almost alike in one way or another. Yet, as I'm sharing this, usually an introvert and extrovert are, again, like labels, like any other label, be it like I've been sharing, you know, of some labels that I've been labelled as, or just labels in general, even though, as I agree, that labels don't belong there in the first place, or whatever else it may be. Okay, introverts, as a pretty much, or shall I say before I say that, this is just the spectrum of behaviours that introverts and extroverts will show or carry out throughout this, so bear with me on this. Introverts tend to be reflective, contemplative, and aren't great socialisers nor conversationalists, whereas extroverts, on the other hand, as I said before, they're easygoing, they can make friends, they can communicate well, they can basically be the life of their party, and they love to talk hours on end, pretty much. They also tend to make quick decisions, however, with these extroverts, and these thrives on immediate gratification throughout it all. Even though many people may think for extroverts they're so narrow-minded, they're so arrogant, rude, and all the like of it. Partly can be true. Whereas we're the quite opposite of introverts pretty much, and many people may be asking me this question, what am I? I'm on the spectrum of basically in the balance of pretty much an introvert and an extrovert, depending on the situation I may face. Since now, despite it all, I'm trying to face more and more every day to socialise more with people, even though it is, you know, taking its toll on me sometimes, even though if I am with the right, like I keep saying, support network with people around me, like anyone, probably with all the positive feedbacks and, you know, positivity vibes, instead of setting off all the negative vibes at me, sort of thing that, you know, I am hard to handle, hard to understand and whatnot. Well, basically, that ends the first part of the series of the introvert and extrovert series that I'm actually bringing. So the next one is basically what I'm hoping to bring it out is the misconceptions and misunderstandings of an introvert and extrovert, which will be in the part 2 pretty much. I'm hoping to do some more research on some other bits that may be missing in this piece, so I'll humbly apologise once you do, maybe if you're following it like they say in series, you know, bit by bit. So please give me a like or a thumbs up pretty much, just to give me a heads up about what's going down by leaving a comment below. Like I say, I'm welcome to feedback. I'm trying to actually hopefully see what others are wanting on the channel, even though part of me feels at the moment what I've seen basically in the view count and some topics, it looks like at the moment, from my understanding of it all, the more views I'm looking at, I might have to talk more on the topic of body image sort of thing, as well as some other bits and pieces which will be later on in the piece. But in all further ado, I'll leave my contact details below. If you want to private message me on Ashley Answers All, you can do so. Pretty much if you just need someone to talk to, instead of just leaving me a private message in there just to, you know, give me a, you know, heads up of where you want to be or what you want me to actually, you know, share with you all. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.